Hello, friends, and welcome to Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. Today we find ourselves on the world of Thessara, where we have been speaking to the governor, and we have determined that he is doing everything in his power to push off this meeting about the tithe and trying to keep us preoccupied while he does something else in the background. And we need to figure out what that is. We've also met a young woman named Maeve who is leading us around. Solomorn has determined she's a spy, and we can use her in that capacity. And we've also met a character called Bluff the Fool, who is a court fool but seems extremely malicious and is not at all what he seems. This is Disabled. My name is Ed, and let's get into it. Alright, Gladius first. Let's see, we went with Firestorm and Characteristic Training Perception. Perfect Anatomy is what we did last, actually. This time we want Perception and Demolition. Adira? Alright, Adira last time did Castigating Echoes and Psychoterminus. Now we want Intelligence and Lore Xenos, which still has her coming well under Jae for that, by the way. What about Lore Warp? She was leading Lore Warp by quite a margin, but well behind Jae and Xenos. Well behind Jae for Imperium, behind Jae for Logic. Apparently she's behind Jae for everything. So really Adira is not doing us just a whole lot of good, except for Lore Warp. She doesn't have a good carouse. Gladius is leading the way on that one. Yeah, it's Lore Warp is the only thing she's in front with. And I think I do have another character that has good Lore Warp. So we might want to swap her out at some point. Check Argenta here. We did Breaking Attack last time. Now we need Perception. And we can do Lore Imperium. Nah, she's well behind on that. Or we can do Awareness, and she is much better on that one. Still behind Cassia, who is our primary for that, but not bad. Speaking of which, last time Cassia did Stable Roots and the Course Untraveled. This time we want Persuasion, which she is leading by a lot, and Intelligence, which Adira is leading in, actually. And that brings us to Jae. She had Master's Patronage and Ready to Serve. This time we want Perception, which she is not very good at, it would seem. Cassie is better. And Logic, which she is very good at. And then Solomorn. Last time we had Perimeter Defense and Public Sentencing. We want Perception. Yeah, not great for him. And Coercion, which is... Jae is actually leading the charge on that one. Jae is our skill monkey. She has got everything. Okay, well that was a pretty basic level, just picking up some more skills. And we got some goods here. Thank you, Copper Tongue. Lore Imperium on the horses.
A job for me.
The horses glance at you with an odd curiosity. One of them pulls its muzzle closer and clacks its teeth, almost too greedily and hungrily for a harmless herbivore. Huh. Okay. The enormous gate is locked fast. Got a couple of knights here guarding the castle. What is this? Oh, something that Glato wants to do. Hello. Good boy, Glato. We will take Bloody Sacrament. One-handed melee weapon. Area attacks with this maul create a smoke cloud. All creatures that enter that area must pass toughness, strength, and willpower resistance test with a 57 penalty. Wow. On a failed toughness test, the target becomes blinded for 2 rounds. On a failed strength test, they are slowed for 2 rounds. And on a failed willpower test, they are disturbed for 2 rounds. That is super cool. That's going straight to Abelard. I like it.
My pleasure.
Alright. And then we have a ballistic skill check.
1 and it's done.
The blacksmith has somehow managed to forge shells and casings. These do not belong on a feudal world, but there's no doubt as to what they are. Are we going to have an uprising here? What is going on?
Keep your wits about you.
Things are not as they should be. The horses do not act like herbivores. And we have weaponry that is not in keeping with the planet we're on. Interesting. So I think our governor, who comes from a non-feudal world, has been upgrading some things.
As a child, I was captivated by the chronicles of the feudal world Urban II. Knights clad in shining armor riding their fine steeds, battling enemies of humanity, and holding feasts after their victories. But this world has only grey and mud.
The same is true for many worlds in the Imperium, Lady Cassia. You should accustom yourself to that fact. I always keep my options open.
Oh, Cassia. At least your naivete is pure. Oh, we just got an autosave. That's not a great sign. Oh, okay. What are we doing? Oh, we're burning people alive. Cool, cool, cool. You see a man with a cruel grimace on his face and hands disfigured with burn marks. Behind him stands a ghastly-looking mechanism adorned with a polished skull of gigantic proportions. The eye sockets, their edges melted, gaze darkly at the crowd with the promise of inevitable punishment. The man, clearly the executioner, bows his head. "The very messengers of the sky have come to decide our fate. We are honored, your celestial highness." And who are you? "I am Tadua the Scorched, a slaughterman of the 5th generation, and a humble disciple of the Iron Saint you see before you, your celestial highness." "Master Tadua knows no mercy, and his hand is unfailingly firm in the sacred cause of administering justice." Maeve is careful to keep her posture straight, but her frightened gaze is deliberately averted from both the executioner and the mechanism behind him. What is that structure? "The instrument of punishment is a personification of the great Thesmophorius the Martyred, who accomplished the legendary feat of slaying 300 heretics. As is glorious tradition, all mutants who affront the Emperor's gaze and stain the face of Thessara must enter the saint's iron embrace. Whenever justice is served, hundreds flock to the Thesmophorius, eager to witness the magnificent spectacle." "You have just confessed that your semblance of justice serves not as a demonstration of lawful authority and deterrence to your subjects, but as entertainment." Solomorn utters the last word with disgust, as if there could be no fouler profanity. And who is inside right now? Another heretic who violated the holy laws of Thessara. And since his body is already turning to ash, such will be the fate of his name as well, to be scattered to the winds, that it may never again defile the lips of any who live upon our sacred world. Never again defile the lips. Maeve looks ready to faint. She seems both terrified and nauseated by this sacred rite that has drawn so many onlookers. I hope that concludes the incendiary atrocities for today. That was but one of the first bodies set to stoke the Thesmophorius. It is going to get a lot busier now. As if to confirm the man's words, the fire-breathing saint expels a puff of acrid smoke. While the guilty are being reduced to ash, let us meet the next participants in our performance. Two people, or something resembling people, are pushed onto the stage. They are mutants, hideous parodies of humanity forever tainted by the imperfections of the flesh. One of them is dressed in stained yet expensive clothes. The other wears the tattered uniform of the local guard. Your Celestial Highness, behold two loathsome heretics who blemish the very face of Thessara with their existence. Tatua chuckles, but his sneer is completely devoid of mirth. The degree of their guilt may vary, but they both deserve to enter the blazing bowels of the Thesmophorius for the worst of their transgressions, distorting the sacred face of humanity. But since fate has graced us with such lofty visitors, I eagerly cede the right to punish these miscreants to you, your Celestial Highness. Contrary to his honeyed words, the executioner's voice betrays his poorly concealed displeasure. Cassia purses her lips when she notices the onlooker staring at her hands, eyes, and neck. Many point their fingers shamelessly in her direction. Others spit at their feet in disgust. Her chin raised high, the Lady Navigator adjusts her forehead adornment with her clawed hands. She squares her shoulders, lets out a breath, and glares at the crowd with condescension. What do you mean, the degree of their guilt may vary? Tatua fixes you with a fanatical stare. One of them, despite being one of the highest lords of Thessara, spat on our world's customs by refusing to alter his destiny. The other did change his fate, even though he was just a lowborn wallowing in the mud. What in the Lex's name did I just hear? Solomorn raises his voice slightly, indicating that the usually impassive arbitrator is profoundly indignant. I normally have no trouble passing judgment, but in this case, I don't even know where to start. What was the opulently dressed mutant's crime? Ah, a rotten stain upon the noble families. He was hiding in his manor to conceal his deformities, but had trouble keeping his mouth shut. He spread corruption among the minds of courtiers, cast aspersions on the traditions of this world, was insolent, swore profanely. Luckily, he has no heirs, and today this accursed bloodline shall be put to rest once and for all. The richly garbed mutant moans something. You notice stitches on his disfigured face. The zealous servants were evidently in a hurry to silence the condemned man early, and sewed his twisted mouth shut. I see that you're preventing this man from speaking on his own behalf by sewing his mouth shut. Take those stitches out, immediately. Eager to please, Tatua carries out the order, but his work is far from gentle. The condemned man groans and chokes in pain as the executioner pulls the threads from his flesh. Thank you. With his mouth oozing blood, the mutant is unlikely to say much more. What did the mutant in the guard's uniform do? a thief, a brigand, and a murderer. There is no way to list all the crimes lying upon this freak's conscience. However, his willingness to change his destiny against all odds merits this mutant at least some honor. Despite his feeble-mindedness and simplicity, he had enough sense to obscure his countenance with hoods and helmets until he made his way from beggar to god. It was not long before his excessive passion for fighting and stabbing gave him away. The mutant utters a foul curse under his breath, then immediately gives you a frightened look and falls silent. The mere sight of the celestial lord seems to instill a reverent awe in the common denizens of Thessara. You praise the low-born mutant despite the vicious acts he has committed? They are both mutants, and have thereby violated his law. Yet, when one finds a spark of nobility in an abject commoner, one cannot help but feel a grain of respect for them. This heretic may be of low birth, but he does not flout the values of Thessara the way the nobleman does, and thus honors our traditions and his will. Born into the rabble, he applied all his ability and skill, defied the restraints placed upon him, and crushed those who stood in his path, all in order to forge a new destiny for himself. Forge a new destiny? Solomorn repeats slowly with an undertone of utter disbelief at what he is hearing. Even you, a degenerate, should know that man is bound to serve the God Emperor's plan from birth, and that any attempt to change that is a violation of his will. Even on a planet forgotten by all, humanity continues to seek freedom and to honor the Emperor in their own way. Sighing, Jae turns to you. Humans need to believe in something in order to live. And a better destiny? Who among us has never dreamt of that? What do you say, Maeve? Which of these two deserves to die? Maeve's gaze darts fearfully around while visibly avoiding the doomed mutants on the platform. I am of too low a birth to take on the burden of being a judge, my celestial lord. I am ready to announce my decision. The word of a distinguished guest is law. We are all trembling with anticipation. Maeve seems to have reined in the emotions that were overtaking her, and she casts a timid glance at you as she awaits the verdict. Gladius is not specifically against someone solely because they are mutated. It's not like they made that choice, so he is going to let them both go. The commoner apparently was working within what the bounds of this world say is a good thing to be, and the nobleman was just living his own damn life, so I see no reason either of them should be burned. The excitement in Tadua's eyes fades away. A merciful decision, your celestial highness. Savor the gift of freedom bestowed on us by the holder of the key to all destinies and by his messenger. Begone, you disgusting spawn! Oh, what glamour! I'll wager they heard the sound of the poor slaughterman's heart breaking all the way at the other end of Thessara. I'm surprised Bluff is still out here working after getting his hand ripped up. And now, my favorite word. Next! What a piece of shit. A pale, bony creature, barely able to move its legs, enters the stage. In place of a mask, it turns a horrific medley of features toward the world. This ugliness, however, is nothing like that of the previous convicts. The thin, squeamishly twisted mouth is fused to the cheekbones. Malicious eyes peer into the crowd from under hideous folds of skin. The face of this heretic appears to have melted and congealed. What happened to his face? Is he another mutant? Thessarian fever. You need not worry, your celestial highness. It is not contagious. Huh. And what is he guilty of? The executioner does not answer right away, but makes you wait a moment. His crime is more grievous than any this scaffold has ever seen. He was granted a new destiny, but chose to defy it. He turned away the greatest gift that can be offered to the loyal sons and daughters of Thessara. The wretched man's gaze drifts over the crowd until his piercing eyes meet yours. His head twitches, his face contorting in a monstrous grimace. "Shut up! Shut up before it gets in!" he whispers in a sudden frenzy. "I won't give up! I won't give it up! I won't!" "Oh, no, no, no! We didn't come here for you to stay quiet! Squeal now, and squeal louder!" The crowd takes up the fool's outburst and begins demanding more screams. "A windowless, doorless house." Adira is standing still, her eyes glassy. "The master is gone, and only beasts remain." Where's that blasted court fool? You glance at the crowd and suddenly see the fool prancing and flitting among the gawkers, clearly trying not to be spotted by you. Nod to Solomorn. It is time to teach this gathering a lesson. Without uttering a word, the arbitrator draws his weapon. A shot rings out, and a deafening shriek rises from the throng of people. You catch sight of the badly wounded fool disappearing into the crowd. Okay, we're just out here shooting people now? Maeve cries out in horror and immediately clasps her mouth with both hands, trying to lock her voice inside. Enough deaths. Let him go. As Tadua opens his mouth to say something, the convict takes a step on his clumsy, spindly legs, and then another one. The face! The face! A pretty, strong, shining! A gnarled claw points directly at you. Give it here! Give it to me now instead of the one I bear! Take mine! It's not mine! Take it! Take it! The madman raised his crooked fingers to his face and sunk his nails into its sagging flesh. Shrieking with what sounded like relief, he tore off a piece of his cheek, then another, and then one more. Falling to his knees, he frantically scratched his own eyes out, smearing blood and clear ichor across his face before collapsing dead on the platform. A sudden rumble draws your attention. Like a rockfall tumbling down a slope, the thudding of feet and mad screams overwhelm you. After a moment, you see the source of the commotion. A throng of mutants is charging straight at you. Hey, got the executioner. Glad to see it. Hey, it's the nobleman we freed.
I'll make an example out of you.
Now we get to kill him? Man, we just helped you, dude. Alright, whatever. Hey, we get to get in position. This is not, in fact, an ambush. It seems very ambushy, but okay. We'll take it. No ambush. Bop, 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 bop. We're gonna throw Cassia right at the edge here. She has an opportunity to get involved. Who's next? Argenta, of course. I'm gonna put her out front. Against the wall, but out front. She can, Cassia will get her going. In fact, I need to move Cassia over here so she can do that. Alright. Nice, nice, nice. Man, there's a lot of people in this fight. Okay, Argenta's next, then Gladius, then Solomorn. We'll have Gladius go on this side. I will have him behind the knights, because there are a lot of people going before he gets to go. Solomorn will be next. I'll stick him right here. And we'll move Glato up. Very nice. And then we have Adira and Jae are next. Adira needs to be where she can see. I don't see a good place for her to be that has cover, but also gives her a chance to shoot. I'm afraid she would be... Well, it's only partial cover. Surely she can shoot from here. We'll see how that goes. And I will move... We got anything over there? We don't. Actually, we're going to leave Vesper right where he's at. Jae... Let's throw her here. And move Copper Tongue right here behind Solomorn. And we'll start the battle. Cassia first. She is running Devastating. Let's get into Infusing. Okay. And then we will Voice of Command on Argenta. Reveal the Light on Gladius.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
We will put a front line right there. A back line right there.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
A rear. Where's Adira? Right
Me?
there.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
And then Stronghold Stratagem. Allies gain armor. Immunity to prone effect and 2 deflection against AoEs. We'll put that here on the back line. And then we will use Bring It Down on Argenta. And we will unload right here.
I'll do it.
Nice. Very nice. Oh, can't use Wildfire, unfortunately. I need to start using Devastating Attack. I just never think to do it. Alright, we will end turn there. Cassie is still up. We're going to swap over now to Devastating. And let's see what we've got. Do we have a high level enemy here? Not that I see. 114, 168, 168. We'll go here with the Sullen Mutant. And then use Held in My Gaze. Nice. And that'll be her turn. Argenta is next. We will pop over to Rapid Fire.
I act.
And it doesn't look like I can get them both. Oh yeah, I can, right here. Go for it. Lovely. And we will swap over to shotgun and do a little run and gun. And we've got 2 here we can hit.
Strike is a prayer.
Lovely. And let's see, what else do we have? Let's go ahead and use Revel and Slaughter. And end turn. Gladius is up. We will bring, actually, before we do that, let's go ahead and set ourselves aflame.
Who, if not me?
Come on up. And blade
Taking
dance.
calculated risk is in my second nature. Pain won't stop me.
Ouch. Why did that? You know what? I don't know. Okay. Let's see. We've got, ooh, 258. Whoa, we got some big ones here. Let's go ahead and do a little dance.
Just need to tough it out.
Somehow that is hurting me, and I don't know why. Like I'm about to kill myself by attacking these people. What is happening here? Thessarian fever is dealing warp damage. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Mutation. Frenzied cry. Strike. Biophysical distortion. Alright, well it's not here. Festering sores. Okay. What about this one? Bleeding, biophysical distortion. Nothing here about the fever. So I don't understand. I've got warp burn, dog tag, short of breath, fresh injury, armor of hidden promise, orchestrate flames, infusing, reveal the light, death from above. Yeah, I'm not sure how I'm getting Thessarian fever. Huh, okay, well, I don't know. All I know for certain is if I hit him again, I'm gonna die. Like, it's going to kill me. And I don't have a, I can't use one of my med kits because I already used an attack with my blade dance. But melee is not the way to go here, clearly. I don't have a way out of this, though, so I think I'm gonna have to do my best. What are we looking at here? More mutants doing mutant things. I don't know.
I'll see to it personally.
Okay, well that time it didn't.
It's as good as done.
So maybe it's only the blue ones that are hurting me, I'm guessing. Let's head back to where we started.
Another enemy down.
Beautiful. Okay, I am alive, so that's good. I still have a death from above to go too, which is interesting. End turn. Solomorn is up. We've got this guy currently. Let's go ahead and get out here. Concentrated fire.
Understood. Target eliminated.
Beautiful. And let's go ahead and put Glato on protect. I'll have him protect
We're
Argenta.
undertaking this task.
And we'll go ahead and do... We'll go ahead and do advanced tracking.
Let's test our skills, Glato.
And turn.
I can't stand it.
Holy cow. That wasn't good. He just blew himself up all over us. Interesting. Okay, so we need to take out the blue ones. Got it. I'm gonna go ahead and hit Vesper. Get us a little buff action here. It's just me and Gladius, but that's okay. Analyze.
But
desperate.
Of course.
And then let's go ahead and ignite it.
Will do.
Beautiful. That did good damage, but not enough. Go ahead and do Word of the Emperor.
Was that you? Or
Sensory deprivation. We'll put it on the blow-up guy, potentially. Okay, and turn. Ja is up. We don't have any more blue ones over here. That's the last one that's going to blow up on folks, so... let's go ahead and buff Adira here.
tell me, and it is done.
Use Bring It Down.
I can do that with the right incentive.
And then we will have her do Psychic Shriek. Oh, hold on. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do it.
Will do.
That is moving our Veil degradation, but I don't think it's going to make a difference. We'll end turn. Ja is up. We will go ahead and do the Medicaid signal. And then can I relocate him real quick? Yes, I can. Let's get him where he has got all of our friends handled.
Pleasant to give than to follow.
See if he can clear their issues, their traumas that they just got, injuries and whatnot. And turn.
Quick!
He's about to blow. Oh, he didn't get there in time.
I can't stand it.
Such is their will.
Holy cow.
Don't touch me. Look out.
At least they're not going for my people. Okay, yeah, that is some stuff right there. Let's go ahead and move the front line right here.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Well, get accustomed. Let's throw Point of Curiosity here.
I am a navigator, not a servant.
Get them as grouped up as possible for Solomorn, who is about to get... Wait a moment. We need infusing. There we go.
If I
Solomorn.
may.
Before we do that, let's throw this down. Right here.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
And let him do a fulminating shot right into the group there. Oh, I don't want to hit Glado. Glato, you're in the way. If I do a standard shot, can I miss Glato? I can. Unless I want to get all of them, then I can't. We'll go here.
It won't take long. No heretic escapes punishment.
Beautiful. And I can have Glato attack. I can't relocate him though. I don't think. No, can't move him. Okay, we'll be done here. Cassia will use Reveal the Light on
I'm not
Solomorn,
accustomed to being ordered
who
around.
is definitely in a bad situation, and then held in my gaze. Let's go ahead and get the Trembling
Isn't
Mutant
this a
here.
job for the serfs?
Beautiful. End turn. Argenta, we'll move her here. Concentrated
Faith
fire.
without deeds is worthless.
Get her where she's not dealing with when we're going to hit
As the
Glato.
Emperor commands.
Beautiful. You gotta love
do
her.
it.
Wildfire. What can I do here? Anything? No. So just attack normal.
As the Emperor commands. Get it.
Perfect.
That
Run
is
and
for the
gun.
weak.
Ah, okay. Hit him again.
Crush is a prayer.
Perfect.
Eradicated.
Yes, they have been. End turn.
Weather the storm.
I can't catch my breath.
Yep, we're gonna work on that.
I owe you a debt.
Do a little healing here, though I have to stay away from that guy. Let's go ahead and hit him with Ignite.
On it.
Let's buff ourselves with
I'll
Iron
see to it
Arm.
personally.
Well, if I do that, it's going to kill me, and I don't want to do that. He doesn't get to turn it off. That's all I got for right now. I'm not jumping in there. I'll die if I do that, and I don't want to. Solomorn is up. He can't really get close enough to do anything here. Let's go ahead and pull him. Well, I don't want to run through the fire, so we'll just come up. And that's good enough.
We've got a job to do, Glato.
He doesn't heal, so he can't help himself out here. Not that it really seems to be mattering any, but okay. Adira is up. We will analyze Desperate. And then let's try Psychic Shriek. Says we should finish him off, plus some. Lovely. Alright, we don't have to worry about blowing up now, so Gladius can get in there on his next turn. And I think that is about all she's got. We can do sensory deprivation on the spitters. Okay, in turn. Jae is up. Let's buff Gladius. He can get in there now, I think.
Am I getting paid for this?
Are you? I don't know.
I'll make it happen. You never stood a chance.
Beautiful.
Who if not me? Your end was inevitable.
I have no movement. But I can use
You
Death
should
Waltz
feel
and
honored
finish
to
this
witness
off.
this. Another enemy down.
Beautiful. Your Celestial Highness, apologies for my late arrival. I wasted a great deal of time in idle squabbles with that oaf of a treasurer as he was looking for the shipment chronicle. I only heard about the attack after it had already begun, and the elevator might as well not have been moving at all, it was so slow. The treasurer, the elevator. Who are you going to blame next, Governor? Are you the ruler of this world or a casual onlooker? You will take measures immediately and restore order, or I will conclude that you are sabotaging the road trader's visit, either by intent or simply due to your own ineptness. The governor babbles in fear. I never thought... He takes a deep breath. The culprits, of course. The culprits will face execution post-haste, my celestial lord. Survey the square. An oppressive silence hangs over the previously bustling plaza. The people are taking in the carnage, clearly avoiding looking at you, but still catching your every word. You notice Maeve standing nearby, gazing around her with horror in her eyes. Find those responsible, and bring them to me. The condemned mutants broke loose and attacked the townsfolk. It has been a long, long time since anything like that happened, Your Celestial Highness. They must have sniffed out that today is a special day. The executioner's lip curls, split by a blow during the fight. The commander was responsible for guarding them. He got careless. His armor rattling, one of the knights steps forward. I am Lucra, commander of this fortress. I can attest that the ungodly mutants were restrained properly. It is the Thesmophorius. The smoke whipped the brutes into a frenzy. So it's either the commander or the executioner, is it? Then I shall make my decision. My celestial lord, I swear on my life that my knights and I did everything we could to keep you safe. Who could have foreseen that the Thesmophorius, after gorging itself on miscreants, would start driving the mutants mad with its smoke? Lies! The Thesmophorius does not taunt heretics. It fills them with terror. To shift the blame for your own failure onto a sacred weapon of justice is a heinous crime in and of itself. There has been enough death. I will order no executions. For now. The commander and the executioner stop their bickering and turn their eyes to you in astonishment. They quickly recover, however, and offer you their deepest bows, maintaining a solemn silence. You are our savior today, Your Celestial Highness, and in gratitude, please accept the personalized sword from my treasury. Fate-bringer once decided the outcome of one of our feuds. It killed a rebel leader, and peace has reigned on the planet ever since. Two-handed? Dude, I should kill you for that alone. Two-handed, what the cheese. Solomorn, make a note of this attempted bribery. I have no need of your gifts, Roldo. Done. Continue in this vein, Governor, and your punishment won't be long in coming. Emperor Forfind, I try to bribe you, Your Celestial Highness. The thought never even occurred to me. Forgive me most graciously. The governor bows at your feet. Look at Maeve. After putting herself in order, Maeve catches your eye and looks away shyly. Her lips bear a poorly concealed smile of relief. It appears your celebration is over, Governor. Not in the least. I will not let some beast ruin everything we've worked so hard to prepare. I suggest we distance ourselves from this place and return to our corner of revelry in peace. By your leave, I will be waiting for you at the head table, your... Oh God, Emperor, give me strength! Swallowing noisily, the governor hurriedly departs the scene of the slaughter. He was about to say your lordship, which would be correct. He said he's not from here, so he would have grown up saying that. Huh. It amazes me that that idiot just underpaid the tithe and did not somehow lose the whole planet as well. Solomorn pauses, pensively watching the governor leave. Fine. A feast it is. I am sick of the stench of burnt meat. Let's try a change of scenery. Her face pale, Maeve raises a hand. My celestial lord, it is only a few steps away. The noble lords are already lifting their glasses in their savior's honor, awaiting your arrival. Shall we proceed? Alright, friends, we have landed on Thessara. We have fought a mutant uprising. We have noticed this planet is very strange. There is some very crazy stuff happening here, and I don't trust any of these people any further than I can throw them. Which is not far, because my character doesn't have high strength, he only has high agility. So, I'm not real happy with the situation, and I want to find out more about what's going on here. But I think we'll need to get into all of that next time. This has been Disabled. My name is Ed, and this has been the fantastic Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, as that helps me out tremendously. But truly, until we see each other again, make your way with love and light. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey today, and goodbye.
When the faithful are idle, heresy grows.